Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Shade with No Filter. So we are actually going to be doing a bonus episode today. Now, this is what we're going to be talking about. I am not going to make this too long because we all have a life. But today we're going to be talking about what to do when you see a visually impaired person. Now, before we get into all that, please, if you are on YouTube, make sure to like and comment and subscribe and turn on your post notifications, because I will be reading your YouTube comments by episode 10. Not bonus episode 10, but regular episode 10. So, I'm going to give y'all about a couple things. And if you are on Apple or Amazon or Spotify, please rate the show and writing a review, please. That would be highly appreciated. And leave a follow. All right. So, what to do when you see a visually impaired person? I will also actually be making another episode talking about what not to do. So that'll be bonus episode 5. But we're about to get into what to do. So, when you first see a visually impaired person, don't be scared. Like, we like people. Well, some of us, we like people. So you could come up to us and just be like, hello, how you doing? And another thing, if you see us struggling with something, you could come and ask us, hey, do you need some help with that? Then that's our choice to either say yes or no. All right? And if we are trying to be independent, please just let us. Like, there's some of us who use canes. There's some of us who have guide dogs. There's some of us who can actually kind of see. I mean, I'm supposed to be using a cane, but I had to use it at school, but I really don't have to use it because I feel like my vision's good enough to where I could see without it most of the time. Or, like, I would have to use sighted guide. Oh, there's another thing. There's the next point. Sighted guide. All right. When it comes to sighted guide, you can ask, hey, would you like sighted guide? And we'll say yes. Sighted guide, we grab your elbow and you walk with us. And when we go into a door, you're supposed to sort of pull us behind you so that way we don't get smushed in the door. It's funny, but it's not funny because I've unfortunately had to deal with that. And if we are in a restaurant and you're a waitress, can you please read us the menu? If we ask, can you please tell us what's on the menu? Or if there's Braille menus for those who read Braille, or for us who read Braille, because that's how I read mostly. I mean, I could read some large print, but still, like, can you please accommodate us with the Braille menu or large print menus? Another thing that I wanted to talk about is with how we are looking at certain things, because sometimes there could be where we might think, oh, this looks cool, and then you could tell us like, oh wait, that's something else, and then we'll just be like, oh, okay, because sometimes we can get into something that we probably shouldn't. So if, let's say, for instance, I am trying to look for applesauce, and then instead of grabbing applesauce, I end up grabbing jelly or something. You, as a sighted person, kind of have to be our eyes. I think that's why they call that app Be My Eyes. if y'all have heard of that. If not, it's a good app. I use it, and I also use an app called Seeing AI. We could kind of go into blind apps or visually impaired apps to use if you want. I've only used 2, so yeah. But still, back to that. And yeah, actually, let's just get into that for a second. If you see us out in the store and we're like using our phone trying to have it look at something for us, we're not standing there to just stand there. We are trying to focus on what it is we're trying to do. And you don't have to be scared of us just by how we look. That's one major thing I want to talk about in the episode, where I talk about what not to do when you see us. Now, what you should do is normalize the fact that we're normal humans too. We just don't have 20/20 vision like other people. Or we can't drive and all that stuff. But yeah, even if we're in school, or like, let's just say we're in school, that's another thing. Like, accommodations, also learn what your accommodations are. And in school, you have IEPs and stuff. When you have your IEP meetings, those are like when you get to talk about your accommodations and everything. If you feel like you need something, like, let's just say, hey, like, you need to be able to sit, like, closer to the board to see. When you have your IEP meeting, you can say, you're reading, hey, listen, like, it's a little hard for me to see where I'm sitting. Is there a way I can move to, like, the front seat or something like that to sit closer to the board? I've had to do that. And another thing, at your IEP meetings, they'll ask you, are your current accommodations okay? Or are you okay with them? And that's your choice to say yes or no. Or if you want to add anything, like, my accommodations were extended time for tests, because y'all know in public school you can only have this amount of time. There's sometimes where it's going to take me longer to do the test, because reading Braille or reading print are 2 different things. And Braille materials, that was another one of mine. And reading things out loud, that's another thing. I feel like that's a faster way to get things done, by just having someone read it aloud to you. So I've had to get my tests done like that too. So just think of these as things to do when you are around us. Like, if you have a visually impaired friend or family member or any of that, just think of this and ask them what their thoughts are, and comment down below what is your thoughts. And with that, I will see y'all in the next episode.